recently we had a very wonderful opportunity to take over this enthusiastic second year healthcare management students for international immersion to UK, London. Me along with my colleague Dr. Poonam Chauhan had taken these 5 students for 10-day immersion program, and the objective was to observe their healthcare system, meet healthcare experts, see their healthcare scenario and infrastructure, and assess and compare our health system along with UK's health system. We had a wonderful opportunity to meet many people. In fact, we visited 13 institutions in all, and they were from diverse subsectors. We met public healthcare system, we saw digital healthcare, we also met some of the health startups, health consultancy, caregiving as a sector which is emerging very, very fast. So in all, after 10 days got over, we had a wonderful insight into overall healthcare system, and we could take back many good memories back home. And this would not have been possible without two big forces. One of that is Dr. Pramod Prabhakaran, who is our Board of Studies member and is also a technology consultant and faculty for NAPC. NAPC stands for National Association of Primary Care. So they sent us an invite and they also provided the certification. And secondly, our healthcare students who were after me to take for international immersion program. Yeah.
So I would like to speak about the NHS. NHS stands for the National Health Services, which is the public healthcare organization which provides services to all the population of UK, which stands around 6.37 crores at this point of time. So it helped me delve deep into the UK healthcare vis-a-vis the Indian healthcare and draw the comparisons that there is prevalent in the UK at the moment, and the things that we can inculcate in the Indian healthcare system from the UK healthcare system and vice versa. So NHS provides healthcare completely free of cost as a basic human right to the entire UK population, as mentioned by me, but it is recently drawing a lot of flack at the moment because of the lack of skilled manpower and infrastructure. So there's this thrust on the digital healthcare, due to which there's a lot of movement from the conventional forms of healthcare to digital healthcare, and that is where Levy comes into play. We visited Levy one fine day, and Levy is the largest digital healthcare provider in the UK, which was spearheaded by Dr. Hemil Shah, the Associate Medical Director at Levy, who made us understand the various facets of digital healthcare and what are the scope and opportunities that lies ahead that India can inculcate in its digital journey towards the transformation. And we also learned about data integration, data compiling, and various data management facets, which has opened up various horizons in the UK healthcare, such as precision medicine. That is one thing we can inculcate in the Indian healthcare system as well.
The adoption and integration of technologies has led to various innovations in the healthcare sector, and UK has been home to many other advanced innovations. To learn about the same, we visited 3 organizations, one of which was Scalescape Incubators, which is a incubating medtech startup that collaborates with various universities such as Royal College of Art and Royal College of Music. They work on the idea of amalgamating both left and right sides of the brain to bring about a holistic design thinking process. We also spoke to Mr. Ritvik Kulkarni, the head of technology of Oracle Biosciences. They have been using artificial intelligence to detect the diseases at a very early stage. They have been capturing high quality histopathological images that helps in early diagnosis of oral cancer. We visited Microsoft Health, wherein we attended 4 presentations, and we were given insights about how they were sequencing genomes of around 1 lakh people to detect various rare diseases and autoimmune diseases.
So I got inspired by the caregiving sector in UK. So caregiving is something which provides support and assistance to the patients who require assistance due to mental illness, aging, or due to illness. So caregiving sector in UK is emerging as a very diverse. So talking about the caregiving sector, there are financial benefit which is provided by the UK government to the caregivers. So carers are like getting recognized in UK, and there are more than 1,50,000 carers in UK which are not getting recognized and they are not paid. So they have to work at least 35 hours in a week, and there are certain limits which they should not earn, so that they can be given the financial benefit by the UK government. So along with that, we have made one of the startup of caregiving, which is Vijay Healthcare, which was founded by Vibhuti ma'am. So which provide the home care services to the patients, and which is very much customized manner. So there are different patients which require different kind of support and assistance. So it customized the plans according to the patient needs and wants. So talking about the, we met Anil Patil sir, who is a founder of Carers Worldwide in British Library. So basically, what is Carers Worldwide? Carers Worldwide provide the recognition to the family caregivers. So it is in nowadays it is in India, Nepal and Bangladesh, and they are planning to move to Pakistan by 2030. And it is also in some of the states in India like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and all. So they have also given, they are also connecting with the government and providing the pension to the carers which are not even recognized. So they are working on it, and so caregiving is a sector which provides assistance on a broad level.
So we have learned about mental health in one of the Pramod Prabhakaran sir's lecture. That NHS, which is National Health Services, which is already mentioned by Jishnu, they also provide free mental health services to all the citizens in UK. UK government is highly spending on mental health. Earlier they are used to spend 8% on mental health, but now they are planning to spend 15% on mental health. In contrast, India is spending only 1% on their budget on mental health.
So while exploring UK's healthcare system, I was actually able to recall the Indian healthcare system and what India can learn from UK healthcare system, as well as what UK can learn from Indian healthcare system. For example, UK is forefront at implementing smart healthcare. If you see India's population, it's majorly rural, where reach of the healthcare is very narrow or low. So implementing digital technologies as well as online primary care, the long waits that is usually done to visit a GP, so that can be reduced. As well as when we were visiting supermarkets, we saw that paracetamol and various other painkillers were available in the shelves in supermarkets. So what India can learn, so when basic medicine, OTC medicine is in supermarkets, basically it is controlled by the government. There is limitation in one transaction. For example, only 10 tablets can be purchased in one transaction. So India can also implement this and make available this OTC medicine, so that everyone has access in case of emergency. Also, India is more strong in alternative medicine. So basic collaboration can happen between Indian government as well as UK government, where UK government can apply alternative medicines like Ayurveda, homeopathy in treating the mental disease that UK is facing, and India can learn to implement UK's healthcare system in terms of infectious disease. If you see, there is lot of burden of disease. India can learn how they have controlled the infectious diseases with the help of proper health and sanitation practices.
I had one faculty colleague with me, Dr. Poonam Chauhan. Our program manager was Tom Owens, who managed all our field visits. And as a faculty, what I learned a lot is that the areas of the research, so they are focusing a lot on health startups, they are focusing on new health technologies, they are focusing on preventive health care, mental wellness. So that is something which I learned, that yes, we can also start our research and develop some new subjects for our healthcare management students.
The major takeaway that I took on a personal level was the collaborative culture that is followed in the UK. What we can learn is that we can implement that in India as well. The collaborative culture emphasizes on bringing the left side and the right side of the brain together into fostering development and innovation.
What I learned was not just in healthcare but in general, how we could nurture a startup from its seeding stage to its execution stage.
So what I learned, or from what I got inspired, is like the caregiving sector in UK. So I will be working on the same, and it can fulfill my social entrepreneur dream.
So what I learned is none of the healthcare system is perfect. Even NHS is facing challenges. We can take bits from NHS and India can implement it.
So what I learned is the patient behavior in UK. They are well adaptable in online consultation and taking the primary care. So India can implement various training and education programs where patient awareness can be made and they can be trained.